Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. So now that Halloween is officially over, we'll be moving on to the next best season, and that's the fall. It's my favorite season, so I can't wait to make some beautiful cards with the new stuff that I've received on my birthday. So here I'm using some Distress Mixed Media Heavy Cardstock, the cream colored one, and I'm spraying it with some Distress Oxide sprays in the color Mowed Lawn, Antique Linen, and some Vintage Photo. I also spritzed some water just to make the sprays move around a little bit. So for this next step, you have to be sure that the background is completely dry. And I'll be using some anti-static powder, and with my blending foam, a clean blending foam, I will dab some embossing ink through the stencil. And this stencil is a stencil from Tim Holtz, and I don't know the name or the number of it, but I will list everything down in the description box below. And so I will emboss it with some clear embossing powder. And just one little tip, when you want to emboss something, just don't use any heavy cardstock to catch the embossing powder because it will mess your whole desk up. Yeah, it's better to use some copy paper because that's way more flexible than cardstock. Okay, now we're going to heat set it. If you don't have clear embossing powder, you can use any other color that you have or any other glaze. That would be also very nice, I think. And when I'm finished this part, I will do the bottom. The stencil is just a little bit too short, but that's okay. Just repeating the process. At least the ink is very clear on a cardstock. You can see it perfectly. All right. And some more embossing powder. Just cleaning everything up. And now I will be using the Ledger script with some archival ink vintage brown. Just some random stamping to give it some more interest. And here I'm using some Distress ink walnut stain to brown the edges. And I didn't want to use black because black will make it very harsh. And the next step is just coloring some paper. Again, I'm using some Distress Mixed Media cardstock, the creamed colored one. And I'm just mixing up some colors just to give you some paper which I can use to cut out the oak leaf die with, or the oak leaf Impresslits, sorry. And just use some warm fall colors like reds, oranges, yellows, and some browns. Here I'm making some, or I'm using some different kinds of reds. And spritz it with some water. Just mix it up. And going to the next. This is some candied apple with some carved pumpkin. And I do prefer to do this technique on a silicone mat because the glass mat is just too, I don't know, it's just not the same. But I couldn't find it. And yeah, my studio is kind of a big mess, so everything is everywhere. So I just wanted to play with my new stuff, so I didn't bother looking. But it's okay. In the end, it all works. Some walnut stain to brown it up a little bit. And some more brown and some water. And I got myself a new dye pick. Yeah, I was fed up with it. I thought, well, yeah, just let. I just was fed up with searching, and I thought I just get a new one. Okay, so these letters are cut from some gold cardstock with some double-sided tape on the back, and it's the Alphanumeric stretch upper die set from Tim Holtz. Just peeling off the back tape. And the word birthday I cut out from some black cardstock with some double-sided tape as well. And that's from the alphanumeric tiny type upper script. Yeah. And that's my new die pack. And what I love about this die pack is that it has no lids that I can misplace. So that's a big plus. Just laying down all the letters. Okay. And after this, I'm laying down all the leaves. And I've decided that I wanted to layer this card on some golden cardstock and put everything down on a brown piece of cardstock. That will be the base card, and then this card is finished. Just playing around with the leaves. And the reason why I only use the red and yellow leaves is because these are warm colors and the background is done with cool colors. This will make the leaves pop up a little bit more. So after playing with the leaves and sticking them down with some liquid adhesive, this is the end results. So I hope that you like this card and that it will inspire you to make your own birthday cards. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks. So, bye bye!